So let's move on to some case study. So what have we actually done or looked at doing for clients and things that we've done ourselves? So what you're seeing on the screen now is, if I jump back, actually, let me quickly jump back to Michelle's very pretty slide. And these yellow blocks, if we take one of these yellow blocks, that is essentially now what we are seeing in more detail. Oh, now I've gone too far. And there we go. It's what we're seeing in detail over here. So this whole section at the top is a detailed process, one of those yellow blocks expanded out of an events management company. So they would get a brief from a client, go through a whole process of understanding what that brief is about, and then put together proposals, go out to market, find out what the various things are going to cost, give the client a bunch of options, trim down the options with the client, shortlist them, end up picking one of the options, agree a final budget, then go out to production, procure the things that need to happen for the event, get the sounds and lights and the goodie packets and all the different things that they need to get, and then go and execute on the production of that event. And that could be simplified in a perfect world with unlimited funds. So this could be very expensive, but we will also talk about cost-effective ways of doing it. But I've taken this to the extreme and said that very complicated process with all of these little blue squares, lots and lots and lots of them, and I'm not even going to try count them, we could simplify down to 5 steps using blockchain technology. And how we do that is by using the blockchain as a single source of truth, where all of the suppliers and clients in the ecosystem of this customer of ours participate. So they are updating, these are the products I offer, these are the prices of the products from a supplier perspective, and from a client perspective, they are then picking the different things that they want. The client says, okay, this is the bouquet of products that I want, which is real time based on the products they've chosen, the suppliers that are providing the services to the events management company. And then they do a transfer of crypto funds. And the smart contract then monitors what's happening on the blockchain, so that as the event unfolds and eventually is executed and customers say, wow, that was a great event, the funds are released out of that crypto deposit that was paid. So you could simplify that. If we got the whole ecosystem of this events management company on the blockchain, we could trim down that very complicated process at the top down to 5 steps, nice and manageable. Nicoline, I just wanted to ask here on the supply chain, what about funds being in escrow? So what we were showing here is that the client pays the deposit, and basically the smart contract's holding that in escrow and then releasing that before the event part of it, and at the end of the event, the balance is released. Is that legitimate? Can we do that?
I think in a traditional setting, we have to say that is typically what we are doing right now, right? So if we have a agreement of whatever nature and certain milestones needed to be reached, certain conditions needed to be met, then those would be triggers for the payment to be released. Now, if we're talking about a local payment, that would mean someone would have to log in, EFT the amount. If it is a cross-border transaction, then of course these Forex agents get involved. Reserve Bank gets involved on the South African end, depending on the amount of money. So this can become a terribly administrative procedure. And this could be an answer as to the efficiency of it. So I would say, to answer the question, yes, absolutely legal. It's something we are currently doing. in a very cumbersome, costly, laborious way. So if there is buy-in from whomever will be utilizing the platform, whether it be the supplier or the customer and yourselves, for example, that would be key. So there's consensus, everyone's happy with the methodology. I mean, this cuts out a lot of red tape, a lot of time, a lot of inefficiency. And if we ever want to see how the money flowed, there's irrefutable, accessible audit trail record that we can say, but this is how it happened and this is why it happened that way, without having to go to the bank and to get some printouts and then to this person and that person. So I think it's a fantastic idea. And if everyone's in agreement as to the use case and the data that will be flowing through it, why not?